Hey, welcome to the Morning Mix podcast. A sommelier came in today, and she brought a bunch of cheese and wine. Her name's Belinda. She's won a James Beard Award, and she showed us how to pair wines and cheeses.
Yeah, and then the show went off the rails.
That's all that happened.
I mean, that's really what happened.
There's other stuff that went on. I don't remember any of it.
No.
Enjoy now some version of the Morning Mix podcast. The world's largest toothpaste collection belongs to a dentist in Georgia. His name's Dr. Val Kolpakov, and he practices dentistry, and he's got a collection of rare toothpaste from all over the world, including Japan, Korea, China, India, Russia. Weird flavors like wasabi and whiskey. All right, well, what toothpaste flavor do you want? We said text it to us at 312-233-1019. 815, seeing as my wife has so much pumpkin spice everything in our house, pumpkin spice toothpaste seems to be next.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
847, how about some Bush Latte toothpaste?
There you go.
Could you imagine at all just beer toothpaste?
No.
I don't know if I'm ready for that. Trucker Greg wants Fireball toothpaste. Kind of close with the cinnamon ones, right?
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. How about some bourbon toothpaste? 630. Not bad. 815, bacon toothpaste. Would it have little chunks of real bacon in there just to help polish your teeth? 847, lemon toothpaste. Okay. It's not bad. 815, I use a peach iced tea toothpaste. It's delicious.
Huh.
That's a real thing, peach iced tea. 312, creamsicle toothpaste. Okay. 847, peanut butter toothpaste. I think you could just use peanut butter. It's a horrible idea. 773, horchata toothpaste. Kind of nutmeggy. Everyone's licking their teeth, including Violeta. I unfortunately made eye contact with her as she licked all of her teeth.
I just needed to with that horchata.
And then it was kind of like I couldn't look away. I was like, this is weird.
You gotta finish, right?
What
the
do I
half
do?
circle.
I got to make sure she does all of them.
Sorry.
773, let me get that frosted honey buns toothpaste. Okay, I like that one. Here we go. 8630, how about root beer toothpaste? Okay. All right, not a lot of reaction on that one. Okay, I thought they'd be bigger.
Yum.
That's fine. There we go. How about Jameson and ginger ale toothpaste?
I had enough last night. You know,
Good
it's
morning.
like,
Yeah,
why
right.
are
I
you going
don't
to brush
need
your
to-
teeth?
Yeah, your toothbrush might taste like that if that's all you had last night. 224, French fry mouthwash.
Ooh, interesting.
Is that just oil? Is it just old oil? Old fry oil? 219, biscuits and gravy toothpaste.
Well, that's what's funny. You think about breakfast foods we like, and
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily translate to a tooth. Like eggs toothpaste sounds pretty gross.
If I think at all of a different toothpaste flavor, to me, I just think fruit. Like,
Okay, yeah.
raspberry, strawberry,
Yeah. Right.
orange, you know.
Like a grapefruit.
Or 708, mango, white claw, you know. It's a different thing. 708, blueberry cheesecake. Okay. How about Oreo toothpaste as a 630?
Yes.
And finally, when we said, what flavor toothpaste do you want more? 219 said, Henry Cavill flavored toothpaste.
Wow.
Interesting.
From Chicago to your device, this is the Morning Mix Podcast.
Where were you? When were you? When it struck you? And boy, I gotta pee. You gotta pee. What are you gonna do? You're living your life, and all of a sudden you gotta pee. We got a text here. Perfect. From a 779. I don't even know where that is, but good. They said, I was on a roller coaster at the beginning, and it was bringing us up. Felt like I had to pee, and then it got stuck.
No.
25 minutes of waiting before the roller coaster even went. Boy, it felt like a lifetime. That's the worst, because then you also know that you're about to go through a very intense experience. Hopefully your bladder won't give out during like a loop-de-loop or a corkscrew.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened to me. I was about to go skydiving.
Oh,
I'm up
no.
in the plane.
Is it raining?
I'm tandem. And, you know, we circled around once. They're like, oh, the conditions are not right.
Right.
You know, we got to do it again. Okay, great. Wait for the wind. I don't want to jump out of this thing when
Right.
the conditions are not right. And as we're sitting there, I'm like, well, if this is going to take a while, I asked my guy, I'm like, is there a bathroom on this plane? Like, I gotta
And he
pee.
just laughed at you.
He's like, there's not a door on this plane.
Yeah, you think there's a bathroom?
But there was, and he's like, we got to fully unstrap you. It's like not a cool bathroom. It's like going to take. So I actually had to skydive, and I was like, has anybody ever peed in this situation?
She turned to the guy behind her and she said, I gotta pee. And he was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
What
it was
happened?
the worst possible time.
Hi, Kat. Good morning. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm very well, thank you.
Now, you drive a school bus and you're trying to get the kids to
Yeah.
school, but boy, if you didn't have to pee.
Oh my God, it's like a daily battle not to drink too much coffee. You have like a certain amount you can get because you can't stop. There's nothing. I'm sometimes bouncing in my feet like, come on, stop the bus. I gotta go.
Kids, get off. Go. Get off. Use the
Yeah,
emergency
go,
exit.
go,
I don't care. Get out. Go.
Yeah.
So you are trying every morning to balance the intake versus the outtake. How long do you have every morning? Is it like a couple of hours before you could properly get a bathroom break?
Yes, it's about an hour and a half before you can essentially get the bus back to the school and run inside.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to park it and run in? For real? Have you ever just been like, hold on, guys?
Hazards on, right in front. Like, I can't. I
Yeah.
call them out of the school, like, can you come stand on my bus with my kids so I can run inside real quick?
Just
yeah,
crank
so I was
up.
going to say,
that's it.
you have to leave them unsupervised
Yeah,
otherwise,
I
right? You
guess,
can't
right?
just
You can't
leave
just-
them there.
Can't just run away.
They would drive away.
Some of them would.
Some of
They
the
would.
kids would. Just crank up the morning mix and leave the kids in there. That'll be fine. They'll be like, what are these guys talking about? What is this boo thing? What is going on? Hey, Jolene, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I am good, thank you.
Do you have to pee right now?
No.
Okay, good,
Feeling
good.
good.
But where were you when it struck? And boy, you had to pee.
I was on a plane, and I usually try to time myself and try to go before we land. But we landed, and then we were delayed. So everybody got up from their seat, and I was like, excuse me. And they're like, we're all waiting for another connecting flight. I'm like, I have to pee. I don't care about a connecting flight at this point. They weren't happy with me.
Of course not. We're trying to see our grandkids. You think I care? Get out of the way.
That is bad.
You're listening to the Morning Mix podcast.
School projects. You come home and you got to do a big project, and then mom and dad get involved.
Yes.
And maybe mom and dad do all the work. Now, if you are a teacher and you've had that work turned in, we'd also love to talk to you. 312-233-1019. You're a teacher and you were like, oh, your dad or mom did all this, or your uncle or whatever.
I like the idea, too, that the parents take pride in it. And they're like,
100%.
you better come home with an A, because that's my A. Like
And then
you
I
said.
would hope they come home and don't get the A.
Right.
I just want to see that.
Let me talk to your teacher.
Scholastic says there are rules of thumb that can help you support your child during homework and project times at home. You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, Violeta's getting all pursed up over here.
She's offended. She
Yeah,
didn't get
I
the
guess
A.
so. You didn't get
Totally.
an A. By God. Well, they say if you're going to help your kids do their homework, basically be nearby and be available to help. And avoid your urges to correct them, but really let them do the work and set up a routine that'll help them succeed. Or you can do the project for them. Hi, Jim. Good morning.
How you doing?
We're doing all right, Jim. Now, I'm assuming this was your kid in 5th grade and you helped out with the project?
Yeah, it was my daughter. I tend to be a little handy at times. And so she brought the sheet home and they said that make a solar system that needed to be to scale. I was like, well, to scale, we're going to have to use the whole classroom. So we made little stands and we bought the different size styrofoam balls so we could stick them on. And then I measured out the solar system in miles and then
Brought it down to
then
inches?
we brought it down. I think I actually had to use like millimeters
You're
or
right.
something like that so it fit inside the room. So send her off with everything, and I thought I had her help a little bit, but maybe she didn't help on the welding, or maybe not the painting.
The
or
welding?
I think she pretty much carried it in, yeah. Oh, yeah, we had to weld up stands.
You had to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on.
We had to make sure the little red dot on Saturn, on Jupiter was in the right spot
Right.
and everything. So, yeah, so she takes it in and help her take it in, and she has to set it up. All the string was wrapped up on each stand, and then she sets it up for the whole class, and then she got an A, but the teacher said, can I keep this? So we can use it for the rest of his time teaching, I guess. So not only did she get an A, it's in Shanahan School District somewhere as a solar system.
Look at that.
Look
Rock
at
on.
Yeah, Jim ever drive by, he goes, hey, my solar system's in
Yep.
there.
That's right.
You are an artiste.
My gosh,
Yes.
when he said welding, yeah, come on. Like, what? We're welding it together? All right, so Jim went ahead and did that. Hi, Amy. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're doing really well. Now, how old were the kiddos when you worked on this project?
So he was in 3rd grade. So they had to do like a biography of somebody they admired, and we had to make foam figures to like show like a model of them. And my son chose Daft Punk.
Daft Punk.
Yeah, why
Just
not?
the robots.
What a
Oh,
great
my God.
kid. That's awesome. So that's kind of a tougher project. You know what I mean? I would have chosen like Jabba the Hutt because then you just make a
Yeah.
puddle of a thing. So you guys had to make
Yes.
Daft Punk out of foam?
Yeah, and then we had to use like a hot glue gun, and I am not a crafty person. I burnt myself. Like, we had to use spray paint to make their helmet. But he did get an A, and I got a lot of compliments from the teachers.
Mm-hmm.
That
Please-
is hilarious.
Please tell me you have a picture of this. Please.
I do have
Oh.
pictures.
Oh,
we
good.
We have them downstairs in the basement.
Can you send a picture to us? Can you text it to us at 312-233-1019? We would love to see your Daft Punk figurines.
This is outstanding.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, I will.
How big are they? Like about the size of a Barbie or like just roughly?
No, they're bigger. I mean, they've got like, we had to get, like the guy was talking about the planets. We had to get like humongous, like circular heads for their helmets and like a body. It was quite a task.
Was your third grader a big fan of the electronica, or did they happen to be on TV the night before or something?
No, he loves Daft Punk.
There you
That's
go.
amazing.
There you go.
Awesome.
Now, what grade did we get on the Daft Punk figurines?
Oh, it was an A for sure.
Let's-
And he got a lot of compliments about his taste in music from the teacher.
I bet he
There
did.
you go. Yeah, it's got to be the only third grade Daft Punk fan in the country.
I mean, come on.
From Chicago to your device, this is the Morning Mix Podcast.
Time to find out what you do for a living and what everybody asks you when they find out. We work in morning radio, and the number one question we get asked is, what time do you wake up? And it's fine. It makes sense. That's probably the first thing that pops in your mind. Wow, that's crazy. After that, they kind of go, I don't listen to radio. And I go, thank you.
Didn't
My
ask.
kids, my kids are so
Yeah.
excited to hear that.
I didn't ask you that question.
Not even a little
But all
bit.
right, whatever.
That's fine. I got it. That's
I'm
cool.
sure.
Yeah.
NPR? Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
do.
got it. Sure,
Yeah.
sure, sure,
Uh-huh.
sure, 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 sure. 312-233-1019. We need your name and what you do, and then we will try to guess what the first question people ask you is. Good morning, Jenny.
Hi,
Hi, Jenny. How are you?
I'm great.
Okay, wonderful. Now, Jenny, what do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse midwife.
A nurse midwife. I believe the first question people ask you is, how many babies have you delivered? Nikki, what do you think it is?
Do you have a favorite doctor to work with?
Whip.
What exactly is that?
Violeta.
I wasn't joking.
No.
I think people might really ask that.
How long was your longest labor?
Jenny, what is the number one question people ask you?
Almost everyone always asks me, so do you go deliver babies in people's homes?
Oh, of course.
That's a great
yeah.
question.
And that answers sometimes, right?
No, that answer is actually no. I work in a hospital.
Okay. Very interesting.
What is this, an old sitcom? That's what you should say.
How? I get that, though, because sometimes when you think midwife, you think untraditional.
Right,
and-
exactly.
yeah,
You think, okay, home
Yeah,
birth,
but I
blah,
would have
blah,
thought the
blah.
baby question thing would have been how
Very
many.
interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you to Jenny, the midwife. There we go. Okay, let's stay in that zone for a second. Good morning, Amy. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Amy, what do you do for a living?
I'm a sonographer, so I do ultrasound.
Okay, great. You do ultrasounds. I believe the number one question you get asked is, what's the weirdest thing you've seen inside of somebody's body? Nikki, what do you think it is?
Is it a boy or a girl?
Okay. Whip? Good one.
Did you ever tell somebody it was a boy, but it ended up being a girl, or vice versa?
Ooh, Violeta?
And then I guess my question is, have you ever ruined someone's gender reveal?
Amy, what's the number one question people ask you?
Well, those were all really good, but I think when I tell somebody what I do, the first thing they ask is, oh, do you do babies all day long?
Do you do babies all day long? Right.
Like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And
the first
do
thing they
you?
ask. Yeah. So you do other stuff besides
No.
babies?
Okay.
Yes, there's so much. There's so much stuff we do, but definitely when I am scanning someone, typically the first thing they say is it a boy or a girl? Even if it's
As a
not
joke,
pregnancy
right?
scan.
Yeah, that's like their
Okay.
go-to joke.
Hands down.
Can I ask you though, what is the weirdest thing you've seen in a body? Like a pen or?
A pen? No, it would be like some form of pathology. So
Oh, wow.
typically
Okay.
it's going to be pretty sad.
Oh, dang, bummer.
Oh.
I thought maybe
Yeah.
like that in Jackass when the guy put the race car up his butt. I thought maybe it'd be that.
That will teach you to ask that question at a
Yeah,
party,
shame on me,
Chris.
shame
Next
on me.
time you meet a person
Yes.
from the
Yeah.
ultrasound
At the
department.
party, I'll just say, so is it a boy or girl?
Yeah.
See you later.
What was that jelly stuff
Yeah,
they put
yeah,
on?
what's that
What is
about?
that made of?
Hi, Sue. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sue, what do you do for a living?
I'm a PE teacher for elementary.
Okay, elementary PE teacher. Here we go. I believe the number one question is, you guys still play dodgeball?
Dang!
Wow.
All right, so
Oh, my. I was going to say, how often do you get hit with balls?
All right. Sue, what's the number one question you get asked?
You got it. The dodgeball by I got hit by a ball really bad last year. My kid just kicked it across the gym, so it's really funny you said that.
Did it hit you in the face?
Oh, yeah, right in the side of the face. It was bad.
Oh, no.
It's okay. It's part of the job.
It's part of the gig. It's what it is.
So far, we're ending every one of these calls on a downer.
Yeah, we really are.
Anything really tragic happen?
So, Sue, where do you teach at, Sue? Do you want to give a shout-out to the school?
I guess I could say U46.
U46. Shout out U46.
Elgin, right?
That's right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Have fun at dodgeball today,
Yeah.
Sue.
Still
All
playing
right,
it, though.
Here we go. Yeah, still playing now. Hi, Heather. Good morning. Good morning.
Hi. How are you?
Doing all right. Heather, what do you do for a living?
I'm a cell phone store manager in St. Charles.
Okay, cell phone store manager in St. Charles. I believe the number one question you get asked is, can you get me the new iPhone? Nikki.
Is my iPhone covered by insurance?
Okay, yeah. Whip.
Have you ever met Lily from AT&T?
Yeah, please say yes. And V?
Are there any good deals right now?
All right, Heather, what's the number one question you get asked when you tell people what you do?
How many TikTok videos do you make a day?
Oh, wow. Because the phones are there and you can play with them?
Yes.
And do you make any?
Yeah.
I don't make any videos at all.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, I never would have saw that one coming. By the way, while I was talking, I bit my own lip. That's
Chris
what just
is
happened.
having a problem.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my mouth got hurt.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll be all right.
All right, anything really sad happen in your store?
No, she already hung up.
Here.
She already moved on.
Good. Well, I wanted to make sure.
Hey,
Yeah,
Tony.
we just had a
good
robbery.
morning. Good morning, Tony. How are you?
Good morning. I'm all right. How are you guys?
We're doing all right. All right, Tony. What do you do for a living?
I'm a mechanic at the Ford dealer.
All right, a
Okay.
Ford mechanic. What do we believe the number one question is to a Ford mechanic? My question is, do I really have to change my oil as often as they say I do? Nikki.
Why are repairs so expensive?
Great question. Whip.
I think this is going to be along the lines of what you said earlier, Chris. Like, you guys make some pretty good money, don't you?
Oh, interesting. V.
How do I get this on my warranty covered? How do I get this covered by warranty?
Tony, what's the number one question people ask you when you tell them you're a mechanic?
People usually just want me to fix their car.
Will you fix
I
my
guess that
car?
seems to be the obvious. You're right.
Hey, can you come fix my car? What? Dude, we're at a New Year's Eve party. Leave me alone. What are you talking about?
We really suck at this.
Yeah, wow. We are bad at this.
We're bad.
Well, I
We're
don't
too
know, guys.
creative, okay? Our questions aren't basic.
The dodgeball moment was pretty strong. You know, I kind of blame Nikki because she at the top said this is going to be really fun.
Hey, it's fun.
No, it
I
is.
just
Yeah.
suck at it.
Yeah, what's the worst thing that happened at the shop?
I know. It's so fun to suck, isn't it?
You're listening to the Morning Mix podcast.
It's time to find out how well you know fall. Please welcome to the show, Teresa. Good morning, Teresa.
Good morning.
Now, Teresa, before we get into the quiz, I want to hit you with a little something. Do you know what your name, Teresa, means?
I do not.
In Greek mythology, the name Teresa means late summer, which we just got through. And now we're in fall, Teresa. So you're the perfect person to play the Morning Mix Fall Trivia Quiz. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. I got 6 questions here. If you get the question right, you're going to hear this. If you get the question wrong, you're going to hear this. And maybe this. Question number 1. Question number 1, Teresa. True or false? We're going to start you easy here. Autumn is typically called fall here in the United States because the leaves fall from the trees. Is that true or false?
That is true.
Yeah, girl. Let's go. 1 for 1. Teresa is off to a rocket start. 1 for 1. Well done.
Great.
Woohoo.
Okay, now I'm going to give you these. The rest of these questions are going to have an A, a B, or a C option for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. Here we go. What is another term for the start of fall? Is it the vernal equinox, the Chevy equinox, or the autumn equinox?
C, the autumn equinox.
Let's go!
Got 'em.
2 for 2.
Like skilling is right here.
It really is, right? All right, we got another question for you. Question number 3, Teresa. You're 2 for 2. What fall activity was once a British courting ritual? Courting like a Bridgerton, like, hey, I want to bed this
I'm gonna
gal,
date
right?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it carving a pumpkin, bobbing for apples, or wearing masks?
What was C?
C was wearing masks.
I'm going to say bobbing for apples.
Wow! That is correct.
I wouldn't have
Wait,
guessed
what?
that.
That's how you used to try to date people?
Bobbing for apples was a courting ritual. They would get in there and they'd see how many apples you could get. Wow, look at the mouth on her. That kind of stuff. Really aggressive.
I think the guys were the ones bobbing.
Hard to say. Well, all their names are Bob. Okay,
all makes
Teresa,
sense.
you're 3 for 3. Boy, I thought this quiz was tough, and I guess Teresa knows fall.
Wow.
All right, here we go. Question number 4. What can you do for good luck according to an old fall superstition? Can you TP a house, smash a pumpkin, or catch a falling leaf out of the air?
Catch a falling leaf out of the air.
Come on, Teresa, let's go.
Yes.
If you want good luck, walk through the park, and if you can nab a falling leaf out of the air, that will be good luck according to an old fall superstition.
Huh.
Cool.
Beautiful, right?
Nice.
Question 5. I mean, she's going to get it right.
Yeah,
Here we go.
let's go.
According to a Journal of Consumer Research, what type of movie is watched most often in the fall? Romantic movies, scary movies, or comedies?
B, scary movies.
No!
Stop.
It is not
Wow.
scary movies. According to the Journal of Consumer Research, it's romantic
Yes,
movies.
hello. The fall festivals are starting on Hallmark.
Let's go.
Oh, wow.
I always think of the movie
Okay.
Serendipity, the poster. It's John Cusack. It's fall.
Oh, I'm with Teresa. We're watching the scary movies.
Yeah.
It's
Come
cuffing
on.
season. Time
For
to find
some,
love.
hey guys, for some, love is scary. So really, who knows?
That's true.
Okay, Teresa, we got one more question for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Now, Teresa, as we learned earlier, means late summer. What autumn month is known for having more births than any other time in the year? Is it September, October, or November?
September.
That's right, baby.
Oh.
New Year's Eve.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Sound check. Sound check. This is Nikki's sound check on the morning mix.
Now we're going to get to the fun stuff. Okay, I'm just going to preface this with I'm not the world's biggest NSYNC fan. I know it seems like it because I'm talking about them nonstop.
Well, they're the big thing right now,
You're
right?
just downplaying your love for them, okay? You got
Yeah,
the
we've seen
action
the tattoo.
figures. You got the beach towel. You got possibly the jacket.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I did the Timberlake doll. But,
Totally the doll.
okay, they were just on Hot Ones, which, by the way, if you ever want to find Hot Ones, sometimes you'll Google and you're like, what? What is this First We Feast? That's actually like his website. That's
Right.
the host,
Oh.
Sean Evans. So if you see that, it's not like a trick or anything. That's where you're going to go to see all these Hot Ones episodes.
They do other shows, but we're all watching Hot Ones.
Really, that's it. Yeah. So, NSYNC debut, there, all of them. I don't think he's ever had that many people on before, so that
No.
was interesting to watch. So they kind of have to fire through the wings while they're answering questions. And one of the questions they asked Justin Timberlake is about the famous "It's Gonna Be May," and they're like, dude. So Sean just jumps right in. The guy, the interviewer, his name is Sean Evans. So he can't live that down. He does kind of discuss the whole meme thing. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be me in the rest of my life, and and Sean, to his credit, kind of busts them a little bit. Like he makes fun of the fact that when NSYNC toured, I didn't know this, but I guess he used to like battle rap Justin would, and he's like, oh, your battle raps. He's like, that is regrettable.
Yeah.
That is so.
They're not all winners.
It's pretty fun. It's a fun episode to watch if you want to check it out. Again, it's First We Feast, and a lot of people are enjoying that. This is kind of interesting because I don't know if we have a star, but supposedly we have people in the running to sing the Bond theme.
Oh.
Do we even know who Bond is?
We don't know Bond yet, but we're going to
Amazing.
get a song.
Yeah, great. Okay, so the Daily Mail is saying that Harry Styles is in the front. He's the front runner to
He
sing.
could do both. He could be both.
That's what I thought. Like, why not just cast him, right?
Yeah, let him do both.
So, yeah, they're saying Ed Sheeran, Elton John, Louis Capaldi also in the running.
Yeah, let Harry do both.
But can we just get anyone? I just think this is great that we're like, okay, we're working on the song, but we don't have a Bond.
And it appears they're going male for this one.
Yeah, because there was a lot of questions.
Right.
If you watch the last one, how it ends, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, just
Oh,
the
I just
song.
mean the singer. I just mean the singer.
Oh,
I mean, it's
I
all
meant
men
the whole
on
Bond.
list.
Yeah.
There
Last
was
year was Billie Eilish,
Right.
But there was a big rumor that Bond might be a girl
That's right. Yeah,
this
which would be
year.
great.
So
Yeah.
who knows? Anyway, we'll see.
Interesting.
We're no step closer to anything.
Exactly.
Okay.
But they should make Bond Simon LeBon. Because then he'd be
I
Simon
mean,
LeBon.
that would be good. And look at that. Here he is. Simon just blew me a kiss. All right, so
noticed that, yeah.
Duran. They were in town beginning of September.
Did you know she was about to talk about Duran?
I did. That's why I set it up.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I'm like, that was weirder than most coincidences, if not. But okay.
No, that was
Sorry.
the one part of this whole
Yeah.
show from 5:30 to now that was planned.
I
Just
also-
that one moment.
I also will say, if you could, don't mind your next 6 seconds being wasted, I believe in the View to a Kill video from way back in the day that Duran Duran did the theme song for.
Yes, sir.
He did do Bon Simon Le Bon. I believe he did that.
You
Nah.
are
So
it is a
believe
complete
that happened.
circle.
You should have been part of this meeting where they discussed that,
Yeah.
because then you could have played a clip.
And
I
you would have
wouldn't
told us,
have-
hey, guys, it's not an original idea.
Right, exactly. Man, we cannot go through with saying this. We look like rip-off artists. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted the whole
No,
thing.
it's all
No,
great.
it's fine. We got endless time.
Another thing, Whip, you and I,
Yeah.
a friend of ours, Brian,
Oh,
he
he's
spends
our-
a lot of time on a boat. With
Such a
Duran
good guy.
Duran.
We know people who know people who know people,
But it
and
was-
we're jealous of them.
They
is what
hung
we're
out
saying.
in the
Yes.
city, which is really cool. So they did their show here. I always love when they stay a couple extra days, and then you see them like going out and enjoying what
Do
we
the
have.
architecture
yeah,
tour.
and the band themselves, Duran Duran, puts so much Chicago love on their socials. I thought it was just super cool. And look, they have a new song out. New album will be out end of October 27th. But let's play the new Duran Duran,
Let's do
right?
it. Why
because
not?
it sounds a lot like old Duran Duran,
Right.
which is why we love Duran Duran.
And it sounds like the name of a band that you'd come up with in junior high, because the song is called Black Moonlight.
Yeah.
The Morning Mix Flash Briefing with Violeta.
You guys know Millie Bobby Brown?
11 from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. She
Also,
is
a name of which is a combination of two late 80s superstars, Milli Vanilli and Bobby Brown.
And she's dating the son of an 80s superstar.
Which is exactly what we're getting to. So she is marrying Jacob Bon
Marrying?
Jovi. Yeah, she is a fiancé, wedding ring ready. So John Bon Jovi's son.
Are you sure we need to do this?
Okay, guys. Okay, listen. It's
Bon
fine.
John.
You guys know him, right? He's
we
a
already
rock
said the
star.
sponsor, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, they don't
exactly.
care. They're like, please, just leave it at that.
So, as they are preparing for their nuptials, Millie Bobby Brown keeps getting asked, is John Bon Jovi going to perform at your wedding? And she's like, well, you know, he's a great guy and obviously a great singer and a legend, but I think he needs a break. So, the big news is no, he is not going to be performing at the wedding as of right now, apparently.
But Bruce Springsteen is.
And she's like, I can't tell them apart. My future father-in-law looks just like Bruce Springsteen.
Really, Bruce is not. That was for you.
Right, because I was going to say, then I would bump John for Bruce also.
No.
That's a really good question. That's a good question. Who do you bump for Bon Jovi?
Which one?
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
and then-
again, which one? Probably John Bon Jovi. I don't know. It's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I wonder what Clarence thinks. In at number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone?
Yeah, he's
Well,
dead.
R.I.P. to Clarence and
All right.
the trumpet. What does he play? The saxophone.
Let's
What's
just
the
move
next
on.
story?
The next story is...
It ain't getting better.
Some
What does he play
people-
now? Well,
Oh, no. Some people are loving some audio that is trending, which is about the 4:30 rule. And I think this applies very lovely to everything we are talking about here this morning and how much of a train wreck this is. Take a listen.
4:30 rule, bro. Anything I'm working on at 4:30 becomes tomorrow's problem.
Yeah.
Because I don't have enough time to finish it before 5, so why bother? No, bro, I'm not staying after 5. We don't get paid overtime or salary. Work harder for what? I learned this early on. The more you work, the more work they give you. I don't want to get rewarded with work. I want to do just enough, get paid, and go home. Besides, I don't want to be late for my second job. Yeah, my second job is going home and drinking a beer on my couch.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
So we're going to change the 4:30 rule to 9:30 a.m. because that's how we're feeling right now. It is Friday. We're kicking it off.
We're swapping the beer for wine.
That's right.
Let's go.
And we're leaving.
so that
No.
was John Bon Jovi?
No, that was your flash briefing.
All right, thank you for joining us for the Morning Mix podcast. Make sure you rate, review, like, and follow this podcast. You can also follow us on social at 1019 Mix Chicago. And we will see you tomorrow on the Morning Mix.